Ooh, man, oh man, oh man. As of present, you getting nothing but Drayton, 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 and more Drayton. And this is officially off the rim.
Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. Cause I'm tryna ball out. Come on if you bout it. But you better keep up. I'm not slowing down. I swear they gon' see us. Ain't no way around it.
Live from South Florida, it is me, Coach Drayton. I guess you could say the champion of the most recent tournament. You know, King of South Beach, but I'm not LeBron. Uh, there won't be any rebound clip or viral moment this week. Didn't really have time to cut those in as I was preparing. And I guess you can say I rightfully so prepared. And in that preparation, I was able to get what I think I was trying to get. Congrats to us. I want to give a special clap to Kian Anthony because there's nothing easy about going away from the game that you love. And I know that his father being a Hall of Famer and all the stuff that he was going through, that this ultimately wasn't an easy decision. So go ahead and clap it up for my man Kian Anthony because there's nothing harder than walking away from the game or thing that you love when you know for the most part there's not going to be any dividends for you giving it up. I mean, his family's well off, but it's his passion. Getting into the shocker of the week. Man, I gotta attack the Simworld media for this lame ass post that I'm seeing right here. Like, come on, bro. Brian Vaughn is a hothead. He's an angry guy. He sometimes does more than he's supposed to. In his anger issues do get the best of him, and he did skip the class. But saying that his future is to be in jail or in prison or he's gonna have a mugshot. That's lame. That's like the epitome of lame. Like there's literally nothing lamer than saying that somebody's future is being locked up regardless of what they do. Now we gotta get into that oh my god moment. Can we get an oh my god for this man Lorenzo Phenom absolutely literally having strife and controversy following him literally everywhere that he goes in basketball. I bet you he when he was in the Tykes, like the little Tykes goals and stuff, that he was probably beefing with the neighborhood kids. Like this man literally lives for strife. I don't get it. How do you be in this much strife at such a young age? Like you're not even at the point of your life where you really have anything to be angry about. Now we jumping into that wrap it up. The main thing that everybody comes to OTR for. We get to wrap up these tournament games. I mean, game one was an absolute fire matchup. The Yacht Club versus Queen City Kings. Marco was really inefficient today, but Darius McBride, Anthony Simmons, Kenyon Young, and Koya Monroe. This is the team is stacked and they definitely dominate the glass. Like I think that's actually the best thing about this team that nobody talks about. How well the Yacht Club just absolutely dominates the glass from start to finish of the game. It feels like they get every offensive rebound. This game was a close one between the AT Aliens and Latin America. The AT Aliens had Joey Justins going off. It felt like he's one of those guys that when he heats up, he can't miss. Torian Shelley, a rare game where he didn't miss a single three-pointer. Latin America, I don't want to say that they were outclassed in this tournament. I think they didn't properly prepare. I think they faced a lot of teams that were counter the way that they usually play, and because they didn't make the adjustments, they lost a lot of games. Next game is Southeast Select versus the Yacht Club. I mean, Brett Lee is a legend, without a doubt. He's always going to be remembered as one of the greatest coaches in prep. And if somebody was to ask me, somebody who's deserving to be called up, he's definitely a name that I would mention. But I definitely want to see more Dexter Jackson. Maybe I'm standing Dexter Jackson. Maybe I'm just a fan of Dexter Jackson. But I feel like Dexter Jackson's supposed to be the guy for this team. And I often feel like he doesn't get to be. Next, you have us versus the AT Aliens. And I don't know. I really don't want to speak on my team. So I'm going to focus purely on the AT Aliens. We did win this game. As you guys can see the box score. Benjamin Alexander played absolutely phenomenal. I think that he might be slept on for how he played against us. Didn't miss like a single shot, had 4 steals, contested a lot of shots, really made it tough for a lot of my guys. Frey Maxwell is another one of those players that's like streaky. So when he's up, he's up. When he's down, he's down. And now we get into Latin America. Latin America versus us. Do I dare say it? Nah, I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to say it. But this one wasn't necessarily competitive or as competitive as it should have been. I kind of felt like they never really had an idea of who they wanted to give the ball to. Tried a spread approach, tried feeding one guy, and none of it really worked against us. Again, I absolutely game planned for it. And then we have Queen City Kings versus Southeast Select. I don't want to say that this was a defensive game. I just felt like people were missing their shots. I wouldn't say it was a defensive game. It just seemed like people were dribbling the clock out, missing the shots that they did take, and like both teams shot like 60% from the field. Like again, I'm not overly. It wasn't a defensive game. It was just low scoring. Like each team was pounding the air out of the ball. Wouldn't say that it was a defensive game though. Then we get into the AT Aliens upsetting the Yacht Club in their home. I mean, Frey Maxwell absolutely on a heater. Again, Benjamin Alexander, while his points are he's not one of those guys that his stat sheet's going to jump out at you, but he definitely contributed to giving Koya Monroe a hard time, Latrell King, Darius McBride. He gave those guys a hard time, and that's ultimately how the AT Aliens were able to pull this one away. I mean, you look and Kenyon Young still dominated the glass. But the next game is us versus Southeast Select. Breck Baker absolutely destroyed us. KJ Hills, I felt like he didn't miss a single shot. So now that I'm seeing like the box scores and going over it, it is apparent that he did miss some shots. Didn't ever feel like it. Felt like he absolutely hit everything and anything that he wanted against us. Didn't really have an answer for him. But team ball ultimately prevailed. And we eked. And when I say eked, like literally like in the last possession of the game, we slightly came away with this one. Now the championship game, nah, I don't even want to say it. I'll save that for other people's tournaments. I'll do all the theatrics and make all the sound effects and get all hype for other people's tournaments. We just played really well. They ran a zone against us. Kyrie Brown, Losi Thomas, and Najor kind of understood the assignment and were able to completely pick apart the zone. And because they were able to pick it apart, we were able to get away with the win.
Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. Cause I'm tryna ball out. Come on if you bout it. But you better keep up. I'm not slowing down.